Back again with another fresh cut. You're now tuned into the underground. My name is Mbaya. I go by the Doctor. If you are not subscribed yet, you need to do that ASAP. Leave a comment, share this video, follow me on all my different platforms, and please subscribe to this channel. In this video, what I am demonstrating is a high bald fade. I'm going to go ahead and create my first guideline. Using my Rebel, equipped with the Black Diamond Slim Deep Tube blade with the clipper lever open. Not all the way, but on the second click of the lever. And I'm going to close it all the way. Create my second guideline. I'm going to keep this very simple, really easy to follow through with, step by step, high bald fade. Next, I'm going to go ahead and grab my trimmer. Using my ES4 blade, I'm going to create my bald guideline. One small detail that I must mention is when creating this guideline, make sure to have your lower blade facing up like this, then flip it to create another transitional line, which when you flip it this way, you bald out completely zero. Yes, that is correct. If you have this thing facing the opposite way, you get a different cut. Facing upward like I had before, it helps you create that transition line with those small stubble hairs, just to make sure that everything has a smooth transition. It will all make sense because this sets up for the shaver to go ahead and come right underneath this transition line that I'm creating with my trimmer and make sure that everything is transitioning perfect. So just trust the process, y'all. This same technique with keeping the lower blade facing up with the trimmer can be used on tapering out beards. I'm going to save that for a whole nother video. I'm not going to focus on the beard for this one, so stay tuned. Moving forward, using my Alpha with the clipper lever all the way closed. This thing is equipped with a stainless steel shallow tooth blade. This thing is definitely doing the business. It's doing a great job erasing everything. And I'm going to slowly start opening the lever as I go higher into the hair. So I'm going to go on my second click, make sure everything's nice and smooth, and I'll jump back over to my Rebel with the number 1 guard. With the clipper lever open, of course, on the second click. Create my transition and guideline. And I'm going to close all the way, soften that up a little bit. And I'll open it back up to the next click. Slowly make these transitions. Do not rush them. Next, you will switch over to your zero guard and follow through with the same technique of opening and closing. Opening and closing. Just keep opening little by little. The higher you go into the hair, the more you open up. This is very simple. It's very straightforward. There's no complication. These are very easy steps to follow through with. You can run this video back a few times. At the end of the day, just remember, you have to be the judge based on what you are seeing and doing. And of course, I just slapped on my zero guard. Next, I'm going to follow through and do some detail work with no guard, with the clipper lever all the way open, making sure that everything is transitioning smoothly. Like I say, trust the process. I know some of you have many questions of why I don't use all the way open as a technique. You can do that, no problem. I just feel like when I'm teaching, this is an easy way to help those who are learning keep it safe, not rushing at all, just in case you do make an error, you got that extra little lever action, you know. So when you keep this last click from being used into the last detail work, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, you slowly start to close it so you can erase the line completely, making sure everything's transitioning smoothly and you achieve a blurry blend. And yes, I know a lot of people are going to be in the comment section and probably saying there's an easier way to do this. Yes, of course, there are many ways to achieve the same blend. So when I switch over to the left side, when I'm completed with this right side, I'm going to show you another way of how you can achieve the same blend. Also, just a quick FYI, as I am finishing up this blend, I did just point out, if you saw that, using only the corners to make sure that this last detail work really counts. So I'm rocking back and forth using only my corners, Anything that I do miss, I will definitely come back to. I just kind of want to keep on move forward through this fade. I just want to show you how easy it is to follow through with these steps. So on this side, I'm going to use a completely different style, which is very similar to the right side, but this is going to be a completely different way of how to fade. So I'm going to use the bottom blade facing downward this time instead of up. And like I say, this is going to be performed a little bit different, but of course the results will be the same. So there's no worries. I'm not gonna have like an off fade. It's going to be completely the same results, just going about it a little bit different. As you can see, there's a very similar process with what I am doing with keeping the bottom blade facing down instead of up. So of course I'm gonna go in with my Rebel with the clipper lever open on the second click, of course, and I'm going to close it and create another transitioning line. This is just softening up the line that I just created. And what I usually would do, I won't. But like I say, this is just another way which I'm trying to show you on how I execute the blend using a similar technique, which is a little bit different, but will give you the same results, of course. So as you see, I'm working that lever. Pay attention to that. I closed it all the way and I slowly started to open it, softening up that line just little by little, erasing it. And with my trimmer, I'm going to hit that bottom line, erase it completely. And right after I erase this bottom line, I'm going to hit my foil shaver right beneath that and get the other side, of course, as well. But while I execute this, I want to talk to you all about how the difference with the blades makes a huge impact on how the results of your haircut will be. So you have to know what you're working with, whether it's a deep tooth blade or a more shallow blade. You need to understand the difference. I want you to know exactly what I am talking about. Having a deep tooth blade is very necessary, as much as it is to have something with more shallow tooth blades. You get what I'm saying? Everything makes sense at the end of the day. Make sure you know your tools, understand them, learn them, know what they are doing. These blades are not called what they are called just for show, just for cool points or something like that. This thing has a stainless steel shallow tooth blade. This is something you should have in your arsenal. Trust me when I say you need to purchase you one of these, have it, or you can just buy the blades and switch them up. So I'm going to zoom in on these two really quickly. So like I said earlier, when it comes to the uppercutter blades, the Rebel has a slim deep tooth blade and the Alpha has a shallow tooth blade. So on a very serious note, I need you all that have no idea what these blades are to do some homework, but trust me, I got you covered. I posted a super short video breaking down the anatomy of clippers as well as the blades. So stay tuned for that. I'll put out a full breakdown. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and slap on my number one guard. As you can see, I have my clipper lever open on the second click. Then right after, I'm going to follow through and close it all the way and start erasing that line completely. As you can see, I think at this point, a lot of you all that have been watching my videos are starting to get the whole gist of this thing. It's all about opening and closing, opening and closing. You create a transition, you close it, you soften that up, you erase it. Simple. That's how you create a blurry blend. Take your time, be patient. Anyway, I'm going to follow through with the zero guard in a moment, slap that thing on, and start to follow through with the same steps that I did with the number one guard. After that, I'm going to lose the guard completely and go in with no guard, clipper lever all the way completely open. And this is as simple as that. know you see that. Now that's blurry. But I'm gonna go ahead and follow through with the number 2 guard. The same process. You open the lever on the second click, you close it, open it, you close it. Simple, right? I think you get the gist of this. After this 2 guard, I'm gonna jump into the 3, do the same thing. After that, I'm going to go with the grain over the top of the hair and make sure I keep some curl. Of course, this is client's preference. He doesn't like to have a wavelength at all. I believe he would look on point with the wave cut, but he would prefer to have somewhat of a curl. Anyway, this is what it is. I think you see that we have achieved the 0 blend at this point. That thing is looking good. Everything that's left over is all just detail work. You can go back in, use a brush as you do that, making sure you're dusting all the little excess, little stray hairs away, and have a more detailed blend. If you see any weight lines, go back in, smooth it out, real simple stuff. You can repeat these steps over and over. It's all about opening and closing, checking your work, making sure you're keeping it safe. Don't rush this process ever. The service usually takes me about 40 minutes with his fade and his beard. He doesn't like to keep too much on the beard, so we kind of shadow this thing out. Sometimes we keep it at a 1 guard against the grain, but that's that. I'm not going to be showing how we go about the beard in this video. I'm going to save that for a whole nother joint, so stay tuned for that. I got you covered, no problem. This is just all about how to fade. By the way, I'm cutting the top of his hair with a number 3, like I said earlier, but I went in first with the lever all the way open and slowly started to close it just to make sure that we're smoothing everything out. You gotta mold it in there. The same thing with the front of his lineup. I'm slowly molding everything in there. I go from open, close it slowly. Just a FYI, for the front of the line, I used a 3 guard, 2, and a 1. With the 1, I went against the grain open, then eventually closed it and went with the grain. And remove some of that fringe look. That overhang, we gotta get all of that out. Make sure everything's prepped and ready to go for the line. And per usual, with the lineup, you start in the middle and you work your way out to the vertical bars. If you don't know about that, you need to start doing that ASAP. Of course, that doesn't work the same on everybody, but I do recommend that you start in the middle, then work your way out. Simple. Keep everything uniform, stick to the routine. It will pay off in the long run. And please remember this, there is no wrong way of doing this. You can find your own way of going about this. You don't have to follow the way I do it. You can pick up a little bit from what I do and apply it to what you already know. And don't go around just taking little bits and bits of pieces of everybody's style of cutting and thinking this is going to help you. I mean, don't get me wrong, it may just help, but for the most part, in my experience, it really does work against you. So I highly recommend you pick at least a minimum of 3 people to practice their routine and learn from. With that being said, I'm going to give you my last tip, and you have probably heard this before in my other videos. Please, please, please make sure when you're going in with the clipper or the trimmer blade on the skin or on the scalp, you are cutting hair, not the skin. So in this case with the trimmer, make sure you set the trimmer blades down. And as you can see, I'm only using the corners of my blades. This is a technique that takes some time to master, and I've always preached it's all about the corners when it comes to the lineup. But anyway, like I was saying, set it down lightly enough to pull away and cut hair, not skin. Otherwise, you may have somebody welting up, reacting to the blades, and that's something that you don't want. Especially if they have fair skin, you don't want them to turn red. Trust me, this can become a huge headache and a disaster if you allow this. I mean, what I'm saying here, just a side note, is a lot of people don't understand their trimmer blades or clipper blades. This leads many people that don't need to be messing with their trimmer blades at all or clippers into zero gapping, adjusting when unnecessary. And it's all about understanding how the blade cuts, what something will do when you place it under the neck, on the nape area, on the temple. It's as simple as just understanding your tools. When you see somebody bleed eventually, all that zero gap talk goes out the window, is all I'm trying to say. I don't mind zero gapping like I've said before, but you have to make sure you have your trimmers, your clippers adjusted properly, and the job will be done no problem. Especially with clipper blades, just leave them alone as is when they come out of the package. When you don't have the experience, you don't have to be adjusting anything. Just leave them with the factory set. But this is the final cut. Like I said, I wasn't going to really show the process of the beard and how I go about that. I'll save that for a whole nother video. So please stay tuned. I hope you found this video helpful, and please leave a comment, share this video, follow me on all my different platforms. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to be missing out on this information. I have so much more. And on that note, if you missed my last video, please go and check that out. I did a review on the Gamma Evo Nano Mister. I'm definitely going to use it on my guy before I let him leave. Stay tuned for that. Like I say, please comment, share. Follow me on all my different platforms. Subscribe now. I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe now. Oh yeah, before I forget, just wanted to mention, this is needless to say, but it's always a pleasure to bring you a fresh, clean, natural lineup. There is no hold and spray, no fibers, no airbrush used on this haircut. Now that's the exquisite way. Catch y'all on the next one for real.